test done. Black man. And they told him his dominant DNA came from Scotland. He said, but I'm black. No matter. Your DNA looks like the folks in Scotland. See, there's just so much we don't understand. All whites are not white. Next week, I want to share the story of Esau and Jacob. So you'll understand Esau was the one that was supposed to have the birthright, but he sold it. And then he got mad with his brother. And we're going to show you some things out of Ezekiel and Obadiah to help you understand that everybody white is not white. And now you've got these two brothers at war in the last days. You've got Jacob that has been, God told you, I'm going to take him and scatter him all over the planet. 521 BC, he scattered 10 tribes. 70 AD, he scattered the other two. And he said, you are going to be oppressed and beat up and beat down. And it said in Obadiah, it said, in the day of your brother's calamity, you should not have stepped in and took his place. So now what you will find is Esau, who was supposed to run the planet, he lost it to Jacob. Jacob comes back into force through Jesus. And Jesus said, my kingdom shall never be destroyed. Esau is now the one that says, I have a perpetual hatred for my brother. I hate him because he got the birthright. And we'll show you this next week. I ain't got time to go into it now. He said, he has the birthright. And said, I am going to do everything I can to make his life a living hell because this planet should have been mine. Oh, it should have been mine. Now we'll show you where Esau literally was able to operate in the same complexion of every world empire that has been. He managed to get up in the top of it because over time and in a marriage, complexions can change. But it was the same Esau, Edomite DNA. And that's who's running the world at the top today. So I'm not mad with anybody. I'm certainly not mad with my white brothers and sisters. I believe they're being controlled because it said Esau had great wisdom. Great wisdom. And his wisdom means that he can sound almost like God's wisdom. But if you don't have the Holy Ghost to show you, you won't know that a lot of the stuff you may be getting is coming out of Esau, coming out of the brother. So now, if I want to get the kingdom back and get the earth back, what's the first thing I'm going to do? If my brother has the spiritual part, I know it takes that to control people. So I've got to infiltrate his spiritual part and put my people in and put my teachings in to keep him and his children up under my control. So what's been done to you? You know, there are a lot of preachers, they won't read the books written by black folk. Oh no, I read this book by so-and-so and so and this one and that one. Yeah, and he gave a lot of insight on the Bible. If he's up under the same delusion that you are, just on a higher level, what makes you think he's got any more knowledge about what that book says than you do? That's right. That's right. So I wound up having to read stuff from folk who are not saved because they'll just tell you the truth. It's the folk that's in the church that perpetuate the lie. So I'm like, no, I can't believe everything he tells me. I can't believe everything he writes. Now, I have got a bunch of truth, goo gobs of truth from honest white men and women who just tell you what it is. They just wrote it, they found it, they tell you what it is, and when you read it, you're like, God, that is just simple. Then the book makes sense. But I get a lot of stuff from guys who say, well, you know, I love the Lord and this, that, the other. I've read commentaries written by some of these guys that say they're the ultimate scholars in the body of Christ. But when it comes down to telling the truth about you, I've got scholars with 2 or 3 PhDs that say black people were supposed to be oppressed, were supposed to be enslaved because they are still in that transition of evolution from the ape to man, and they are the intermediate group. Well, I ask the question, if we're just apes, why are you having sex with an ape? Huh? Why are you laying down with an ape woman? That means you some kind of pervert there, boy, so I know you got problems. I think a little different than most of y'all. An ape woman. And you wanted her because she was finer than your woman. Listen. It said, I told you, Nimrod started the first world empire, the prototype. And what he did was, the animals went wild and they started eating the people, started killing the people. So Nimrod said he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. He killed the man-eating tigers and lions and whatever else that was killing man. Now, I want you to think about this now. All world empires and systems are represented as some form of animal. Black man, do you understand what your job is on this planet? Your job is to be a saved prototype of Nimrod to kill the wild beast. That's why you're always hunted by other folk, because you've got a power you don't even want to recognize. So rather than you understand how to come to the Lord and let him sanctify you, you take your killing the beast power with your perverted mind and kill others that look like you because you've been told you're no good. We don't even understand the game that is played on us. And we're running around, driving by in somebody else's car, somebody else's gun, being a perverted form of Nimrod, killing what is supposed to be helping you destroy the dangerous stuff that's in a system that's destroying the whole world. People say, oh, well, God will never take black men and put them in that place. Well, he let white men be in that place. And you ain't got no problem with that. But then when it comes to elevating me, you got a problem. Do you understand the twistedness of this so-called religious system? We better come back to the truth of God. Now, it said this thing will subdue all, break in pieces, crush, and bruise. You know what that does? That messes with my psyche so bad I can't even work with Kevin. My head is so messed up because I've been mistreated out there, been dogged, been beat down. So when it comes to me and him getting together, why is it all other men can get together and focus on their mission even though they have differences? But if we show a difference, we ain't working nothing together. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And I want my little $10 I put in that Christmas club. I ain't going to stay in here. You ain't treating me right. What is wrong? Do you understand that something has been done to us that is ungodly, it's unholy, and we have to work? If I hadn't cried out to the Lord, and this woman hadn't been a woman of God, I'd have been divorced and remarried 7 or 8 times. Because I was crazy. The system made me crazy. I inherited stuff that made me crazy. And then I was fussing, wanting her to conform to my craziness. So what I wanted 2 crazies. I need you to be as crazy as me, then we'll be okay. Both of us goofy, crazy things sitting around the house doing crazy stuff. Did you hear that? Hear what? Oh, yeah, I heard it. We both on medication. Hearing voices. So, somebody has to stay balanced and bring folk to Christ. Brothers, you guys are awesome. But you'd rather go where somebody can entertain you than where there is somebody that can tell you the truth to empower you. And we need empowerment. We need to change some stuff. And we can make the difference. And our women and our children can be powerfully blessed. Because why do you think they said if we destroy them young Negro bucks, we can control the race? Yeah, the system wants to control our women. So we can't control. And then we don't even have enough understanding to know how to get real truth because we've been so fragmented. I don't know who to trust anymore. Hired me and I thought I was going to be the wonder boy in the company. And I work and put stuff together and develop. And then they hire a young white boy and he got half the experience or education that I got. And then he becomes my supervisor. Then I go home and I'm mad with my woman because I have been demeaned. I have been torn asunder. You understand what subduing, breaking in pieces, crushing, tearing the soul out of a man is all about? I put my hands up and say, I surrender. And I still get shot. Isn't that something? I can't even give up now without being shot down. And I just wonder, how many of our preachers today are telling their people what I'm trying to tell you? And some of you, this would be so disturbing to you, you want to go somewhere else next Sunday. You don't want to hear the rest of it. Because you have truly been handled by this system. You scared to death. Lord, better not go back. Lord have mercy. I ain't never heard that kind of stuff. Lord have mercy. The Klan gonna come up in there. You let them come in here. They're gonna get saved. They're gonna really be the Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. They're gonna be Christians for real. We're gonna snatch them hoods off, cast them demons out, and they're gonna be bound down. Oh, Apostle Jacob, I don't know what I was thinking about back there, boy. Lord, forgive me, have mercy, Jesus. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. It was the company I was keeping. And I know I shouldn't have done it, but I done it anyhow. But ask the Lord to forgive me. So bring him on. Ain't nobody scared of him. We'll snatch a sheet off of him. If we can't save him, we'll hang him with that sheet. It's time for this foolishness to be over. It's time for the church to stand up. It's time to be the kingdom of the living God and stop being a bunch of chumps. I got too many grandboys. I see too many young men sitting in this congregation for me to stand up here and entertain you and not tell them what the truth is, because we need a lesson in civics as well as the kingdom. And we need to see how it's put together to change this mess. Our people have no business be afraid to ride in their car because they're afraid they're going to get stopped and some drugs may be planted on them that they did not have. Now, I'm sick of it. And I'm going to do what I got to do if I got to do it by myself. Because something has to change. The only reason you ain't seen me up there in Raleigh on Mondays with Moral Monday marching is because I ain't got my arteries open up enough yet. I just don't have the wind. But I support the people that do. But you wait till I get it. You will see me on camera. Because I'm going to be up there just as sure as I can live. Because I am not afraid. And you ought not be. All right. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that there today. I got some things I want to show you Esau and Jacob. It'll give you a whole new perspective on who we are and what's going on. And see, when you get the truth, you don't have to be angry with folk. And I'm not. I find this stuff in the Bible. So I'm not angry with anybody. I'm not angry with white man, with black man, with brown. I'm not angry with women. I'm not angry with gay folk. I'm not angry with anybody. But I guarantee you I'm going to make some folk angry because it is the truth that makes folks free. And George Orwell said, to tell the truth in a deceived world is a revolutionary act. That's right. It's revolutionary to tell the truth in a deceived world. Well, is anybody in here, you unsaved, you want to be saved? This was not a message about salvation, but it may make you think about some things where you realize you need to be closer in the kingdom than what you are. So if you need to be saved, you can